Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new FIFA 20 career mode. And yes, as you guys can see in the thumbnail, Dwight Schrute from The Office is the new manager of a football club. Or, as you Americans or Canadians say, it's a soccer club. But anyway, and yes, I'm trying to recreate Dwight Schrute to be a UD Las Palmas. I believe that's how I pronounce the team name manager. And of course, I'm trying to match his outfit, his tie, his suit, and everything. And probably that's the closest I could get. I can't really find an older version of him, and he has a middle split hair. I can't even find that one. The closest one is actually the one that you're seeing right now. Probably I'm going to change the hair color here and there. And yes, this is a Road to Glory career mode, which means it's gonna we basically start from the bottom all the way to the top. But in order to start from the bottom, I gotta choose a team that it's actually in the second division or third division. But right now, I'm doing a Spanish league, La Liga Smart Bank, I believe. Yes, it's the second division of the La Liga. And I'm choosing, as I said it before, UD Las Palmas. And of course, it's really random. At the same time, I was trying to look for a team that has a reasonable budget for me to invest, onto this club. There are clubs that are like, 9 million, 8 million worth, and it's really hard for me to do a career mode like that. Or maybe I might be doing career mode something like that, which could be involving in the English league, EFL Division 2 probably, which is like the lowest division you can get, and getting all the way up top. But right now we're in almost July. FIFA 21 is coming out in probably 2-3 months. So I don't know about that. But yes, this career mode doesn't mean I'm not posting Southampton career mode. Meanwhile, I'm recording this one. Yeah, just for me to actually focus on other stuff at the same time. Not just Southampton career mode, but also a more challenging career mode. And yes, this is the team that we having right now. A lot of them are not good, to be honest, and it is going to be a huge transformation in the near future. But right now, what we have here, I can't really list a number of players, but apparently, the majority of the starting 11, or including the bench, have players that we loan a lot of players. Las Palmas loaned a lot of players in this career in this team, so which is going to be a problem in the near future, because what happened if those players left, right? If they left, then I can't find the reasonable amount of good players to play for this team. And as you guys can see, this is basically a squad hub, and of course, a lot of loan players and a lot of players that are the contracts are expiring very, very soon. So this is, again, it is a problem. And again, this is a Road to Glory career mode, and my main objective is to try to recruit as many youngsters as possible. In Southampton career mode, I didn't really have the chance to explore young players, a youth system in FIFA 20, or in that career mode. I only have Jordan Cooper, Bradley Mitchell, but again, because I signed a lot of top players, which eventually replace their their position in the starting lineup. So this career mode, it's of course going to be revolve around young players the most. I might not complete what I wanted to do right now in this this year, season 1, but I'm pretty sure in the near future we can totally do that. So yeah, again, these players are definitely might be good enough for promotion, but because one of our objectives, actually, of course, you can see we only got 13, 14, 12 million euros to spend, which is not a lot. Plus, if I really want to sign a good player, it is going to cost like, the majority of the transfer budget. So I don't want to do that. But first of all, I'm going to invest a lot of money in youth players. So the first 4 million I'm going to spend is actually on a scout, and it's Ricardo Grieco, and he's going to be stationed in Spain. I try to make a club and country, but it is maybe in the future. But right now, I just want to do a proper Road to Glory career mode. And of course, second one here, it's Finn Hintz. So our number 2 scout is going to be stationed in Germany. I don't really have a specific area of players that I want to have, but just give me the young players. I will try to figure it out in the future. And right here we receive a transfer offer for Mauricio Lemos, but Mauricio Lemos is one of the important player for this year for sure as a defender. And of course, we receive another offer for Martinez, and he is going to be our number 1 goalkeeper, even though we have 3 goalkeepers here. Fernandez and also Falas, they are not going to make the cut for sure, or at least one of them. I'm going to sell one of them. Again, a lot of players are old. I have no intention of using them, so I am going to put a lot of them in the transfer list to get rid of their wages, sell them for some money to buy better players. That's what I'm trying to do. And this career mode is going to be a long one, I believe. Hopefully not as long as Southampton career mode, because I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen. But yes, this career mode is going to cost us around 5 or 6 seasons. And for the La Liga, they don't have like Carabao Cup, so not many competition in the first 3 months. But then they have a cup division or tournament, something like that, in the second half of the season. So, and right now, actually, the players that we have is actually kind of overload. Just way too many players here and there. And some of the players who are, who belongs to this club, I might not be using them, instead using the loanees to actually fulfill the role. And we received an offer for Fortes, our right back, 22 euros, 64 rated. Not really my scene here, but I'm going to sell him to a Chinese club, Shandong FC. And of course, I'm trying to get a little bit more money just to increase our wage budget and also transfer budget. And right now, even though we spend we spend 5 or 6 million on a scout, and we still have 7.2 million to spend. So I'm going to make use of this transfer window to at least get some good players back. And of course, the scout right here, or in this club, it's not the best because I can't really find specific players that I want to sign. Even though if I found a specific player, they are going to cost us a lot, and I only have 7 million to spend, which means I got to allocate that money very specifically. Try not to overspend it, like that. Vallejo, left midfielder from Valencia, is going to cost us 11 million. Yes, we need so much reinforcements in the starting 11, and right now we have 3 strikers, and 2 of them are going to leave at the end of the club, or all 3 of them are going to leave at the end of the club. So we need a long-term striker, and right here we found this young lad, 19 euros, 68 rated. His name is Hugo Duro. He is going to be he's going to be worth 1.7 million, even though he had a release clause of 4.5 million. Again, I don't want to overspend. So you know what? I'm gonna just go for 1.5 million with what they wanted, a 6% selling clause. Of course, sell-on clause is never my scene, so I decided to up another 50K into the transfer sum. Oh, they said 1.95 million, and of course that's a little bit much. So you know what? I'm going to just meet me in the halfway, 1.6. How about that? And the manager of the other team says sure, and he might be our first signing of this summer. And let's see how the contract negotiation goes. Of course, I'm not going to overpay the player. Rotational squad, rotation squad will, which is fine for me. I'm pretty sure this guy is going to start, every game for me, because I really can't find a good backup for him. Even though we have Castro, he is 72 rated, 38 years old though. I don't want to rely on an old man at the front line. So Hugo Duo is definitely going to fulfill the sole striker role. And of course, the formation that we were playing is 4-2-3-1, which is completely similar to the Southampton career mode. And of course, I'm trying to switch things up a little bit, but maybe not in this season, because of course I'm still settling. And right here, Duro might be receiving number 10 role, but I don't see him as a number 10 yet. But then the closest number that I could give him is actually number 27. And otherwise, number 10 is a vacant number. And of course, we received another offer we've received an offer for Fernandez. Yes, I said yes to a 1.2 million. And here is Fabio Gonzalez, 68 rated. Again, I'm not going to sell him because he might be an important part of the club. And of course, there are a lot of players that cannot really pronounce his name. So it's going to take me a while to actually get to pronounce their name. But yes, right here, we are looking to bring in center backs, CDM, and a cam. So right here, the most realistic signing, or not realistic signing that we can have, reasonable money, is actually Luis Munoz, center back, 67 rated, 22-year-old. His current value is 1 million, so I'm gonna underpay him just a little bit by 100K. The manager says yes, and so here is the contract negotiation. And actually, I know maybe some of you guys might ask me, oh, Dwight Schrute actually has a German, blood in him. Well, I mean, by the time I created this, I didn't even realize, I could use him as a in the Bundesliga, but it was too late. Or the closest office character I can, create in this career was actually Oscar Martinez, even though he said he is Mexican, but he speaks Spanish, which may work in this league. But anyway, back here, Munoz is going to be an important player. I offer whatever the money that he wanted just to play for this club, and he is our second signing of this summer. And wow, finally we're making some progress. Our center backs mainly are pretty slow, and some of them are 20, 30, 40 pace, but Munoz, it's of course 50 or 60 something. And yes, that's what I need, a much faster center back. And right here, we want to sign Jean Fuchs. I think how you pronounce his name, but he is way too much for us. 3.3 million for the release clause, but that's a no. And here, Ansu Fati from Barcelona. I know he made a huge impact in Barcelona already, but then of course he just recently arrived to the club, so I'm not going to sign him. And here is our next signing is Olympique Marutan. And yes, this is how you pronounce his name. He is going to cost us 2 million, and again, we still have 6.8 million to spend. So we got, and then we still have some other areas that we have to improve on. And so we try to offer him just a little bit under his value here. But anyway, taking off the sell-on clause, gonna offer them 1.8 million. Turns out FCSB's Rap's gonna say yes, and Marutans might be our third signing, and he is a very he has a very bright future as a cam. His current wage is 5.6k. Yeah, 5.6k. Important squad role for sure. I'm looking forward to up some of the players by 3 or 4. So hopefully hitting the 75 mark rating before the next season. But of course, you never know in this career mode because it's going to be really hard. It's challenging as well. The team that we have, as I said, it's not perfect, but getting a automatic as one of the objectives listed, that an automatic promotion, it's a must and it's a top priority. And of course, I cannot really guarantee the board ending up at first place and second place because it's really hard, you know. It's not like we Malaga in the Spanish league. They just recently got relegated to the second division here. So it is going to be hard for us. But with the team what we have now, I don't think it's perfect. And of course, I'm not happy with what I have, but I'm still trying my best. And of course, I'm going to heavily relying on the youth players. And right here, entering in the month of September, and of course, Marutan, it's our third signing. So here is the first youth report from Finn Hintz in Germany. And of course, yes, I have to talk about this as well. So I always wanted players to have at least 92, 91, 93, 94 potential. But for the sake of helping this team, you know, to actually push the level up just a little bit, any players who has a potential up to 87, can join the club. Or sign him if in the range of 87 to 94, which makes it much easier for me. Of course, those guys with 87 highest potential rating, they're not the long-term future, but it might help for the short-term future. So right here we receive Nacho Camacho, which is a yes. Roberto Damian, it's maybe a no. Pablo Acosta is a yes. And otherwise, Joaquin Hurtado is going to be a no. Roberto Damian, it is going to be a no, I believe, if I'm right. Let's see what I was thinking at that moment. And of course, I'm going to closely monitor them for just a little bit. Unfortunately, the current overall is not the greatest. And right here, I see Jonas Brandt has the potential to be good, actually. But his overall is only 45. He's only rated for 45, which is very, very low. Of course, I'm not going to use him immediately, but I'm going to take time and train him every week. Make sure he's going to hit that 60 mark as soon as possible. Hopefully everything worked out for sure. And so right now I'm presenting you a new transfer, new lineup, as you guys can see. We already bought 3 signings, and yes. So right now we're playing a 4-2-3-1 with 2 CDM. I'm going to change that to 2 CM actually very soon. But here, Duro's going to play up front. Padri, a 16-year-old, 73 rated. He is one of the kind for sure. Left side, Marutan's going to play in the middle. Benito is going to play on the right-hand side. He is not the fastest wingers or right midfielders, but he can certainly do the role. Castellano, CDM, and Ruiz de Gadarita. So I'm going to call him Ruiz at this point because it's really hard for me to pronounce the whole thing. And blah, 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 whatever. And then right here, I'm trying to sign, might be possibly the last signing that we have, because we still want to save some money for the January transfer. And this guy, Samuel Owen, I can't even know. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. God. Let's see how much. I'll do. Guet. I would just call him Samuel. And yes, he is okay. I don't know what I did there, but definitely I messed up really, really bad. He's no way he's gonna cost 6 million. So, to actually regulate just a little bit, I'm gonna offer them 850K, but they want a 940K. I was like, sure, it is still under the value of Samuel. And yeah, the representatives say yes. So, okay, I don't know about Samuel, but he might be hitting maybe 75, and now we'll let him go. Of course, he is a short-term replacement for me, and he wants a rotation squad role, which is fine. He may not be starting every game, but he might come in handy as a CDM in the near future. And 4 years in his contract, which is a yes for me. Disregard release clause as always. I'm gonna deny that for sure. And of course, discussing his salary is gonna be a problem as always. So I'm gonna up his wages by €100 and a signing bonus of 5,000. And of course, they are going to say yes. I'm going to play for the club. It is going to be a exciting, challenging career mode for sure. And right here, we're trying to sign Coleman, a left winger, 71 rated. With what we have right now is 4 or 5 million left. We can't really do much. Yes, I'm gonna give you a t-shirt. I couldn't even sign him because it was way, way too expensive. Look at this. We only have 4.8 million to spend, and he costs 6.5 million. So I'm trying to, just try and go all in, try to do whatever I can to secure the signing. He might be playing on the right side, or Padri might be playing on the right side, but we need a better right midfielder. But unfortunately, I'm gonna just end a negotiation there because there's no way I can negotiate 9.6 million. So I'm pretty sure, or actually I believe that is our last signing ever. Last signing of this summer transfer window. And yeah, which also coming into an end of this career mode. And yes, I signed another scout. I decided to sign another scout, just to bring in more and more youth players. So we recruit this guy from Croatia, and he will be stationed in Croatia actually. So yes, that will be the end. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this channel, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.